Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about Insecure Season 3, Episode 4. Issa is doing it and doing it and doing it. So Issa, she actually moved out of from living with Daniel. She didn't say goodbye to Daniel. She didn't sleep with him. She let him go. Even though he went down on her and he ate her out and all this other stuff, she still declined to have sex with him. And she did the big thing. She moved into her own apartment and she got herself in there. Now she is the property manager over there. And she has to deal with some issues that's going to be over there and them streets over there and them people. Because we already seen a little kid knocking at the door, talking about his mama done lost the keys. The doors are locked. That means you have been evicted if the locks are changed on you. And then we have Trina, crazy lady Trina. Trina's over there talking about she hears squirrels in the wall, but it's a possibility there could be squirrels or rats in the wall because that is not unheard of. But we'll see what happens with that situation. So we see Daniel giving Issa her stuff back. He's letting go. Issa's letting go. And we'll see how that situation goes. We'll see if Daniel ever becomes successful, if he ever called back Khalil and tried to make something happen with his music, or is he going to be stuck making music alone by himself and no one's else is ever going to hear his music but him and Issa if she finds the time. So he give Issa back her stuff and they kind of like say goodbye, and then as he's leaving he sees Molly. Molly's just like, Molly got her nose turned up against the world now because her and Joe didn't work out, but she made the right decision too as well by leaving Dro. So we have that situation going down, and so then it's Molly and Issa in the house, and Issa's shit is broken, like her glasses and stuff. Molly broke them because she could care less about carrying her stuff and thinking that her stuff is treasure anyway, because Issa's stuff to her is trash, so that's just how the situation is with that. But also we have Molly gives Issa some housewarming gifts, and she said, here is a blow-up mattress so you don't have to sleep on the floor like a slave. I was like, Molly, you dirty for that. And she said, here's a plant that you can't kill, Issa. And Issa was like, is that a challenge? I really thought that was cute. Then they broke out the Hennessy, but they ain't got no glasses to drink out of because all the glasses are broken. And so this is when Molly goes on, like, we're going to be a new beginning, a new you, a new this. You don't need no glasses because you this, you that, or whatever. And so Issa was just like, hey, listen, I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to say I'm a boss and I'm this and that. I just want a new beginning. I just want a new life. Because every time I feel like I'm being brand new, I feel like I get stuck into some old shit. So that is true. And when you think that you're changing, you think things are better, you're back at square one. You're back in the old shit. Like you're back doing the old things. You're back in the old situations. And you don't want to be in them old situations. But shit, how do we get out of them? You just be like, how do we get out of them? Just walking away and never looking back and don't have any regrets. So we have that situation. Then there's a Krispy Kreme's right across the street. Oh no, Issa was like, they already know me over there. So we have that situation. And actually now Molly's actually helping Issa go through her belongings and throwing away the old shit, throwing away, the stuff, the birthday cards, the music, the tapes that Lawrence made. Hearing Lawrence is like, damn, where is Lawrence? Because this season really needs some help. It needs a boost because the ratings are kind of down, are a lot down. And sometimes it's hard to watch, but once you watch, you get into it, but it's kind of just hard to just kind of like tune in because nothing's really popping or jumping. Everything is moving at slow pace, and we already know they're not going to have a lot of episodes. So now we're moving forward. We should have left all the scenes with what's his name, Daniel, all them scenes with Daniel should have been gone. Like that took too much time, where now, Molly's actually, it's not the greatest apartment, it's not the best apartment, but it's her apartment, it's her own apartment that she got by herself on her own. And, she's actually working, her job as, the after school program. And then she also, doing Lyft. And then on top of that, she's actually doing, the property management job. So Issa's actually making some good moves, and she's making some good decisions. And so we have that situation going on, and then we got Trina. Trina knocks us down talking about their squirrels in the wall. Like, come on, Trina. And so we have that situation. And so, basically Issa and Molly are basically trying to focus on having something new, a new beginning, a new start, out with the old and with the new, and thinking brand new, trying to be brand new, trying to have a new perspective a new perspective on life, new goals, new challenges, new things to focus on, and not focus on the things that bring them down or cause them to be insecure, things that actually make them secure about themselves. So moving on from that situation, we have the Trina thing. And so we have, and actually Issa is actually trying to give Molly some good advice. Like, don't worry about your job, because Molly feels like her job is bad and she's not fitting in because, she said some things about her old job. She's comparing her old job back and forth. And Issa was like, just be you. Show them how beautiful you are. Show them your blackness. Show them yourself. Show them this. And so Molly, she got courage. So it's showing you their relationship right now. They're both being supportive of each other, making brand new decisions, making good decisions and good choices. And so we move on from that situation, and we have Issa. She's at work and she's just looking around. Issa just looks like she's fed up with work and she's done with work. And she's actually looking at that other website where the kids actually after school program have music incorporated and the curriculum. So she's still looking at that. So I give me a feeling that she's going to be joining that organization. And the dude that runs the organization, he's from Law and Order, like I said. So it'll be so good to just see how he developed as an actor, because I haven't seen him in a long time. So I believe Issa's going to go that route. And it's going to be, I wonder how it's going to be for Issa to be actually a property managing the property. How is that going to work out? Because remember when she had her own apartment with Lawrence, it was a whole hell of a lot of shit going on over there. How is she going to be able to control that and focus on that and do a good job too as well? So I would like to see that too. Moving on from that situation, so Molly, she leaves work. Before she leaves work, that's when Frida comes up to him and was like, hey girl, I just talked to Joanne, and Joanne said that she wants you back in the field. So at 3:00, we'll talk about it when you get back from lunch. And Molly was like, yay. So she went to go get her little one-piece taco, because Issa is still struggling. So she gets her taco, and none other than Nelson says, Uber Lyft, party Lyft. And she drops her taco or whatever. And then her and Nelson go on this wonderful adventure. He reorders her taco and he orders himself a meal too as well. He's actually new to LA. He's new to California and Blase the third. He's actually from Houston, Texas, and he's here because of the Hurricane Houston brought him to LA to start over, to have a new beginning. And he's actually a barber, but he wants to do things differently, and he takes chances, and he actually encouraged Issa to take chances too as well. And so that's why she took the biggest chance of a lifetime by quitting her job. She walked out on them bitches, Joanne and Frida, because they played her for so many years. They done downgraded her, had her in the office, and she was the only person there, the best person there, the person that worked with the kids, the person that communicated with the teachers well and the students, the one that can come up with all the curriculum and the ideas and activities. And they got rid of her and put her on the desk like she did something wrong. I was like, go Issa, go Issa. Like, I'm happy. Like, it's so good and so wonderful when people move on. I would just say, like, one of the places I go to all the time, the guy that was the manager there, I just recently went there this weekend, and he moved on. He got a better job. And I was like, oh, but happy too, because it's so wonderful when people move on and do better things, So Issa is doing that. But Issa's out here. She's on an adventure with Nelson, and they kind of having a little attraction towards each other. They're playing truth or dare and all this other stuff. And she's taking him around the stroll of the neighborhood, and she sees her friend on the billboard that's running for mayor or governor or whatever. We know we'll get to see him soon, because don't he got a baby on the way? And so she's walking through her old neighborhood. He asks her about, Nelson asks Issa about her relationships, her last relationship, and she's, she talked about Lawrence, this and that, and they play truth dare, double dare, and all this other good stuff. And she was like, well, I grew up on this town, and then we see that big, wonderful, beautiful house that Issa grew up in. And so seeing that house, and then Issa explaining that she moved out when she was 16, and she begged her parents to stay together. So this lets us know the foundation of why Issa's in broken relationships and bad relationships, and she'll stay in a relationship no matter how much it hurts her, because I think it brings her back to her childhood when she was a child, and she wanted her parents to stay together and be together for so long, and she just wanted it to work out no matter what. And that's what Issa's doing in her relationship, but she rather be together than to separate, because it hurts, because watching her parents separated hurted her too as well, because somebody cheated. I believe the father cheated, because they end up getting divorced, and she was like, we just got to pull in. So Issa did live a good life. She came up in a good neighborhood, but we can see no matter where you come from, if you don't have that strong structure of family and love and support and things to do and not to do, you can end up becoming insecure and get into relationships that make you insecure too as well. So we have that situation going on. So we see what's good. And then there was another dare to break into the house. Nelson dared Issa to break into her old house. They broke in. They went to the backyard. That house was nice. Issa was living nice. And you could see like she had growth and development when she was telling Nelson that, you know, she used to practice on the stage over there, that rock and this and that. Like she had memories in the foundation of a family life at one point in time, but it all fell apart. It all went away. And then, you know, look at her now struggling. And so, but she did go to a good school and all this other good stuff. So then she dares Nelson to jump in the pool. He jumps in the pool butt ass naked. I was like, uh-oh, Issa looking at her some good meat. And then she jumps in butt ass naked too, and they kiss. And then the people come home that live in the house and they're talking about calling the popos, calling the police. They're running naked. Like, damn, it's so wonderful when you can be free too as well. And it seems like it's, you know, it's a fast step to, you know, go skinny dipping with someone you don't know, but sometimes that's how you build relationships with people, and you build trust. But you just got to be careful because you don't know what type of brain a person has or whatever. But in this is a TV show, so she's safe because anything could have went down. It could have went totally left for her. He could be a serial killer, a serial raper. He could just be anything, you know. And so they experienced that, and he tells Issa that, you know, he was in a hurricane. He left. He didn't want to stay in the barbershop. He didn't want to stay in the shop. He doesn't want something so conventional, you know. He just got up and he moved and he went on. And he's never really had a serious relationship because everybody was stuck in Houston, stuck in that frame of mind that he was stuck in. But he wanted to elevate and move forward, so he just packed up and moved to LA or California. And she was like admiring that, and she's talking about her job to him and where she can actually have a back and forth conversation where you can tell me stuff, I can tell you stuff, we can learn together, and it's no judgment, it's just encouragement. And that's something that she didn't have with Daniel. And so we could see where it's building something new, but it's also in the fast lane too as well, with, you know, you done see my goodies already. And so it gave her the courage to go to work the next day and quit. But we also and then also Issa having the courage just to be like, I'm not going back to work, because Issa wanted to get back into the field so much, but her eyes are opening more, and she's realizing she's not happy with the situation, and she's really changing. She's really, at first she was throwing old things away and she saved them, but at the end she threw all the old shit away and put it in the trash can because she really wants to start something new. So we'll see what happened with her progression with, you know, looking for a new work, and then also being the best property manager that she can be, because that's what Issa is. Issa's not like a sloppy person. She tries to do the best that she possibly can. She puts her all into something, but hopefully she puts her all into herself too as well, because that's important too. And then we get on to Molly. Molly's not really doing too good at work because they're having a staff meeting, and now it's her turn to speak, and she's talking about her case. And then Tori, he jumps in and he like takes the sunlight from her, and he takes her shine, and she's feeling a certain type of way. So she talks to the two, you know, black ladies about it, and it was like, oh, he's pretentious. They didn't teach him that at his school, whatever. So then she building a relationship with the ladies, and she asks to volunteer to help do work with them or whatever. And then she ends up going to counseling, but before she does that, she goes to counseling, and her counselor saying, why do you have to be number one? Why do you have to be on the top? Why can't you just assist and help? Why do you have to play politics? Because that's just Molly. She didn't leave one law firm to be stagnant or to be on the bottom of the totem pole. She went there to show, and she went there to shine and show her intelligence and what she's built for and what she has. But she has to find a way with people skills and work in the office politics by helping the black ladies too as well, like she offered to. But at the end, she denied to do that. She ended up getting busy, and she ended up brown-nosing with, Tori and the other African-American male there, which probably is not good when you mess around with women at the workplace, because they'll get you. So they were feeling a certain type of way about the situation. So, Molly was saying, like, the two women got their feminist thing. You got Tori, the big shot, and where's her place at? So she's trying to find her place. So she don't want to be the subservient to the two black females, and she don't want to be stuck into that I guess feminist powerless thing with the women at the office. She wants to have her own type of, standing there. So that's what she's actually working on. And at the end, she was happy, but then we'll see what happens with the two females at work. Are they going to, respect her? Because when Molly was at work and she went into that meeting with Tori, you see that blue dress she had on? That blue dress was to die for. That shit was popping. That blue popped on her skin with her hairstyle, with the blonde at the end of the tips, and that dress and the way the buttons and the way it fit her body. That dress was banging. I was like, look at her at work showing it all, letting them know that she's smart and available, and she got it. I was like, So this was a okay episode. It was okay. Hopefully the season will pick up and get much better. It's just really lingering. It's not getting to like the main stuff. We're not seeing a lot of Kelly. I would like to see Kelly more. Peace. I'm out. One love.